I'm Claudine Ewing, and welcome to News to Celebrate this week, where we shine a spotlight on the people and the places that make Western New York special. This week, we're talking flavor, we're talking pride and heritage. We'll take you inside KeyBank Center for a first look at the new food lineup at Buffalo Sabres games, celebrate Niagara Pride's milestone anniversary, and honor Italian Heritage Month with the traditions that bring our community together.
Plus, October is here and there is a lot happening across Western New York, that is for sure. And right now, Buffalo is celebrating Italian American Heritage Month with a full calendar of events. The Italian Cultural Center in Buffalo is teaming up with community partners to showcase different concerts, cooking classes, a parade, and more, all highlighting the rich contributions of Italian Americans to Western New York. This is a month-long celebration again, all of October, and it kicked off with this flag raising at Niagara Square over the weekend.
This is such an important day in the city of Buffalo that we recognize our Italian heritage, and we are welcomed and joined by so many dignitaries and individuals from the community that are involved with different Italian organizations throughout Western New York.
Again, the celebration runs through October 30th with a closing ceremony at the center. Joining us in studio are Danielle and Liana from the Centro Culturale Italiano di Buffalo. How did I do?
Close, close. We offer language lessons too.
Amazing. Liana, why don't we start with you? Why don't you explain a little bit about the Cultural Center and about the meaning of this month and why it's important?
So we are very excited about the month of October. I mean, we celebrate Italian American heritage and the impact in Western New York year round at the Centro, but October is really where we get to kind of celebrate it and kind of broadcast it, literally in this case. But we've got Danielle here as well to kind of tell a little bit about the importance of Italian American heritage.
Yeah, so we're really excited for this month. It's an opportunity for us to, again, put the Italian American heritage right up front for everybody to see. And we're super excited about the upcoming parade on October 18th on Hurdle Avenue. We have the parade every year, but this year is actually going to be bigger, probably one of our biggest ones in over 10 years. And there's a lot of things coming that we haven't had in many, many years, so we're excited. There'll be floats and antique cars and marchers and bands and music, and so we really are excited to have everybody out on Hurdle Avenue on the 18th and celebrate Italian Heritage Month with us.
Why do you think this will be one of the biggest ones that you've had in years for the parade?
We have a lot of things this year that we have not had in many years, some surprises I can't reveal right now, but we're really excited. We've been working hard at this, especially the last couple of weeks. We've already been out getting things underway, so we really encourage everyone to come out and see just the bigger parade that we can offer this year, and some giveaways and some other fun stuff will be happening.
Again, Saturday, October 18th, so should people just line up right outside the Centro?
All along Hurdle Avenue. It'll run from Delaware to Starin, starting at 1 o'clock, so line up all along Hurdle Avenue and we'll
bring your flags
all the way down.
Yep.
We will have flags to give out as well, so if you need a flag, make sure you flag one of us down and we'll get you a flag.
And Liana, all month long again at the center. Explain to us where the center is and how it has grown over the last few years.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are right on the corner of Hurdle and Delaware. We're very fortunate to be kind of right at I'd say the gateway of what is one of Buffalo's Italian American communities. There's, some in the west side, some here. Those are the big prominent neighborhoods here, and we're right there. And after the parade, we're also doing a lecture on Dr. Gardefei. Speaking of kind of those prominent communities, Dr. Gardefei is coming to share about disappearing Little Italies and how you continue to kind of have your cultural heritage and everything and celebrate it and honor it without that same level of, like we've all seen the movies where it's you go out, your neighbor's speaking Italian. Without that now, what are you doing and how you can do that? And we are one of those places. We're proud to be a foothold for it too. And we've grown pretty substantially over the last few years. We've got programming year-round. We have a Cucina Con program pretty much once or twice a month, which is where you learn how to cook a recipe. It's a great date night. You come, you get wine, there's a little demo, and you go home with the recipe card. We also do language lessons. We have an exhibit that talks about the Italian-American kind of history in Buffalo, where our Italian-American communities came from. So we were predominantly Sicilian and Calabrese, and where they've settled in Buffalo and the impacts that they've made.
Any other highlights throughout the month of October that you'd want to make sure that people know about?
So, I mean, definitely the parade and the lecture. We have a closing ceremony at the end of the month on October 30th, but tonight we also have Slow Roll. We're partnering with them, and they're going to go through, again, the west side as well as North Buffalo, highlighting some Italian businesses that are still there, including Bellini's, our sponsor of the evening. So we're going to make sure to wave at them when we pass by, and then circling back to the Centro.
And again, you have this programming all year round, not just in October, but this is a great time to engage. And you don't have to be Italian either, right? You just have to appreciate the culture.
Yeah, welcome everyone. And I think it's important too that our closing ceremony is a joint effort with the Centro, the Federation of Italian American Societies, and the Italian Festival. So we've joined forces, 3 really prominent organizations in the Italian American community to give a farewell to Italian Heritage Month.
Where can people go for all the information that they would need to know about this month and programming at the center all year long?
CCIbuffalo.org is the website. We've also got an active Facebook page, social media, or if they just want to stop by, we're at 2351 Delaware Avenue.
And are you open every day?
We are open Wednesdays through Saturdays.
Wonderful. Thank you both so much for coming on, and thanks for the flags.
Of course.
Appreciate it. All right.
With lots of airplanes and helicopters already on display at the Niagara Aerospace Museum in Niagara Falls, they have to make room for a new aviation arrival. This 3/4 scale reproduction display of a P-40 Curtiss Warhawk World War II fighter plane, now based at the Glenn Curtiss Museum in Hammondsport.
Where we are moving some of the airplanes around, putting some new things on display. So it's a really exciting time to come back and check out the museum. But it definitely does put us in a little bit of a box because we don't want to be out of commission too long for the public.
But to get this particular exhibit ready to transport, they had to disassemble it and crate up some of the parts in boxes with special arrangements for truck and trailer shipment for a 2-hour journey up north.
We're blessed to have a lot of volunteers who are former engineers or worked in the aerospace industry. And so we have a very dedicated team who I want to thank profusely for project managing this for us. They've actually built cradles that the fuselage of the airplane will be able to rest on. And then the wings themselves, they detach from the fuselage, but they stay connected to each other.
Actually, this type of historic plane dating back to the 1940s has a strong Buffalo connection.
It's arguably one of the most iconic aircraft of World War II. It's the signature Flying Tiger aircraft. It's the one that you've probably seen before. And it was mass produced right here in Buffalo, New York at the Curtiss factory. So it's so fitting that we're bringing it back home and that we're going to have a piece of our story on display. It's so iconic, you know, that cone and the front with the tiger teeth and everything. It's just, when you see it, you know.
They plan to have this P-40 replica reassembled and on display sometime next month.
Our hope is to have the museum really refreshed and have that new look by August. So if you have not been to the museum in a little while, this is a great time to come in, see the before, and then come back in August and enjoy the after.
On your side, Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.
This afternoon, the Sabres and Delaware North introduced new menu items that will be available at KeyBank Center this season. 2 on your side's Chelsea Swift joins us in the studio with an inside look at what fans can expect. Hello, Chelsea.
Hey, Scott and Mary Alice. This Thursday, fans will have the chance to taste a variety of new items, including the Parm Thompson. It's a 2-foot-long chicken parm sandwich. Fans are encouraged to come hungry to the KeyBank Center. Sabres and Delaware North officials say the menu will change 4 times throughout the season. In addition to a rotating menu, there are sandwiches that will be available all season long, including the Tage Hero and the French Connection. The chief operating officer of the Bills and the Sabres says this is an exciting time of year as thousands of fans will attend the home opener against the New York Rangers.
Just so everyone knows, there's less than 850 tickets remaining for that game. So we're trending for a sellout and anticipating a great environment for the team. When the building's full, you can feel it on the bench, you can feel it on the ice. It gives you an extra gear, you know, when the puck's in the corner and you go get it. So I think that Thursday night against the Rangers, it's going to be fun.
The Sabres also showcasing new merchandise that will be available this season. The rotating menu will change on November 11th. Before then, I think Scott and Mary Alice were telling me that they want to try a pumpkin spice milkshake. Is that correct?
Oh, no, I will. It sounds delicious, but we want to know what you had, what you thought was good.
So that chicken parm was so good. They put a vodka sauce on the chicken parm. It was really pretty good. I think everyone should try it. Two feet, though, that might be a little bit much for some.
Well, it's why you have friends, right?
Yeah,
share it.
Your best friends.
Our mouth is watering, though. It all looks fantastic. Chelsea, thank you.
Niagara Pride is celebrating its 5th anniversary with a special event. This is happening next week at the Keenan Center in Lockport. It's an evening that features speeches, a silent auction, and a look back at the group's impact over the last 5 years. Joining us live in studio from Niagara Pride are Ron and Sherry. Thank you both so much for being here, and congratulations on officially half a decade as a nonprofit in Niagara County.
Thank you for having us.
Ron, would you like to reflect a little bit about how you got started and what it's grown to today?
Absolutely. So 5 years ago, imagine a monthly social meetup group, basically meeting in the basement of a church and having conversations and guest speakers coming in to talk about different needs that the community had. And then over time being able to evolve that, where we are now in a new center in Niagara Falls where we can provide services. We're there 3 days a week. We've expanded to include a 5K that we do on an annual basis. We do youth drop-ins, senior drop-ins, notary services. We've partnered with UB to offer a legal clinic. So we've really moved from being that small little social meetup to being a full-fledged center, and we're just thrilled to be able to provide that service.
And Sherry, you're in charge of programming.
So everything he just told you is what I kind of implement, and it's just grown so much. My heart just sings every time I think about it. With the senior drop-in, which means the most to me, having the LGBTQ seniors there, and they're saying they have somewhere to go, and I'm just like, I'm glad. And we play games, and we talk, and we eat, and it's good.
And you now put on 5 different Pride celebrations in Pride Month throughout Niagara County.
Yes, May and June. So it's Pride season. We don't stop being LGBTQ. So exactly. So no, we do the 5K, the Western New York Pride 5K in May, and then we do a Pride celebration every weekend in June.
And we say the 5K is the kickoff to Pride season.
Except for this year, because next week you have your big event celebrating 5 years. So what will that be like? Where is it happening and when?
So it'll be October 15th at the Keenan Center in Lockport. Tickets are $50. It is a fundraiser for us. We're hoping to be able to bring in people to share and celebrate with us our accomplishments, our achievements. We strategically planned our outfits because Sherry is marketing our 5th anniversary logo that we're doing throughout the entire year to honor our 5th anniversary. And one of our major gift baskets for our silent auction is a Buffalo Sports package with an autographed Dalton Kincaid helmet and autographed Sabres pucks and a stick. So it'll be a nice prize for somebody to win.
So different speakers, obviously auction items, ways for people to contribute and make sure that you set yourself up for another 5 years of success. Where can people buy tickets for the event?
They can go to www.niagarapride.org. We have links on our social media. Or if you're thinking that day that you want to show up, you can come right to the Keenan Center, and you'll be able to buy a ticket right there.
And if people do have questions about just your programming or any other events throughout the year, how can they get in touch with you? What's the best way?
Email.
Yeah.
Email through
at info@niagarapride.org or our website, www.niagarapride.org.
Or stop by the office.
Where is it? Your new office?
1522 Main Street, Niagara Falls, New York.
And you're open when you open?
I'm in the office Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
Wonderful.
And if you want to make an appointment with me, you can also go on the site, make an appointment, say whatever you want to talk about. Come in, you talk to me, and I can tell you all about Niagara Pride.
Most of the time when we talk about the Bills, it's usually about them in action on the field.
That's right, but today we are looking at a different side of some of the players. Join your side's Courtney Courtright is live tonight at the training facility at Highmark Stadium. And Courtney, it's Bills Community Tuesday today, right?
Absolutely, Scott and Mary Alice. I mean, you could just feel the excitement in the air here at Orchard Park in the training facility. And like we said, it might be an off day for the Bills players, but they are finding ways to show up and just give back to their community. I mean, you can see it right behind me. Here is an example of that. Lots of students are here running through drills for a flag football program. I want to show you this video, give you a closer look at some of those drills and all the activities that they are doing here. It is actually the first ever high school unified flag football program that's actually taking place right here. It is a team effort with the Bills Foundation, and the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation, the state's high school athletic association, and Special Olympics New York. 8 schools from Buffalo to Rochester are participating in this initiative. And you probably saw those cones like I mentioned before. They're all set up, ready for them to do all sorts of drills and activities. And even some of the Bills players are here to walk those students through it all.
Having these kids out here, playing where the Bills play, where the Bills practice, seeing the smiles on their faces, seeing how excited they are, having the opportunity to play with their classmates, there's nothing better. It's something that we're very proud of.
And on top of this flag football program that's happening right now, there were also some other activities that happened earlier in the day in Buffalo. One was at BPS 61 for a Huddle for Hunger event where Billy Buffalo was meeting with students. He was also here earlier today too. And then at McKinley High School, some players like Christian Benford were able to learn more about skilled trades.
You may recognize this iconic logo or remember the butterfly in the sky.
Amazing Grace and the patchwork quilt were 2 that were featured on the original series of Reading Rainbow.
Reading Rainbow, then hosted by LeVar Burton, quickly became must-watch TV for early readers in the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. But what many might not know is that it was co-created right here in Buffalo in 1983.
People don't realize that Reading Rainbow was co-created here, and it is just such another win for the city to have such an iconic brand associated with the city.
And now it's making a comeback. Nancy Hammond is part of the team at Buffalo Toronto Public Media working to co-produce the show alongside their partners at Sony Embassy Row Productions.
We have just a dynamic, wonderful new host. His name is Michael Threets. He is a real-life librarian. He is so genuine. He has such a warmth and energy to him.
The return of the rainbow comes at a difficult time for public media. A decision from Congress to eliminate $1.1 billion allocated to public broadcasting has hurt many local stations. But BTPM CEO Tom Calderon says this is the perfect time to bring it back.
Reading Rainbow right now is probably the perfect brand to bring back in a moment of chaos, uncertainty, and frankly, unsettling times. A book is the best place to be settled.
Right now, it's not expected to be a big moneymaker, but there is hope that the series will get picked up by a major distributor.
What is our impact to the region, the local? And that's really what we care about. And eventually the money will follow.
Oh, here. I am reconsidering this as an option. This is tiring. Holy cow. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah, this is something. This is our big corn barn that the kids just love to be here and play in.
Jim Pulaski. Yeah. Okay, so how much corn is here?
This is 85 tons of corn, so just short of 3 tractor trailer loads.
Yeah,
all brought in by a big blower and a tractor, and and some shoveling too.
Brendan, so, tiring to make it.
Yes.
It'll tire the kids out though.
Sure will. Yeah, absolutely. That's the good thing. They can go home and sleep for you. Hopefully.
They got to be having a blast in here.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they spend a lot of time.
How's the family?
They're great. Everybody's great. We're doing great. We're having a great season so far, and excited to finish it off here.
People that have never been here before.
Yeah,
give me some of the things there are to do.
Absolutely,
here.
Yeah. So we've got a big jumping pillow, a couple of them that kids can jump around on. We've got animals, goats, pigs, little ponies. We have our donkeys. We've got a carousel,
corn maze, hay rides,
I can see you Stu visually going through the whole property.
I'm just circling it right now for sure. So.
Okay, if you want to keep an eye on a ball game, you can do that here too.
Absolutely.
And have a beverage.
You got it. Yeah, for EBC, we serve EBC products up at our little beer garden. So
that's awesome. Are you ready for Columbus Day weekend?
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of people will be in town, and we're excited to welcome everybody here.
Oh, then Fall Fest.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are going to be bumping.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if people want to come here on a less crowded, have a less crowded experience, if they have a nursery, if here with a 4-year-old, you guys are open every day.
Every single day. Yep, 9 to 7. And all the attractions are running every day. We're here to welcome you. So yeah.
Austin, how are the leaves doing? They're a little early. They were early up north.
A little early. Got some knocked down here with the rain here the other day, but still hanging on a little bit. So,
that's awesome. All right, well, I'll keep my fingers crossed for a good weekend. And if the weather gets if it starts raining, this is one of the indoor things people can do.
Absolutely. Yep. Right. We've got some big pavilions too that people can kind of camp under until it clears off a little bit.
Best donuts in town too. Absolutely fantastic. The website is pumpkinville.com, just outside Ellicottville in Great Valley, on your side in scenic rolling hills of Cattaraugus County. I'm Kevin O'Neill, Channel 2 News.
Like a fine wine, this Chautauqua County landmark has improved with age. The property itself is loaded with history. The house, built in 1822 by a land surveyor for the Holland Land Company named William Peacock. In 1908, the Johnson family comes into the picture. Frederick Johnson, an English orphan who immigrated to Canada, then found his way to Cornell University, bought the estate, and planted fruit trees and conquered grapes. He built an apple cold storage building and then built a family. His son, Frederick Spencer, grew up on the farm and followed in Dad's footsteps to Cornell, and then World War II called.
So he goes off to Pensacola, becomes a torpedo bomber pilot, out to the fleet in 1943 with the 2nd Yorktown, wins a Distinguished Flying Cross for sinking a destroyer on Veterans Day 1944 off the Philippines.
The war hero ultimately graduated from Cornell and went to work overseas for Nelson Rockefeller's agricultural companies. But soon enough, he was called back to the farm and became a pioneer.
In 1961, my grandfather, my father's father, dies. And so father leaves that, comes back here, and turns the apple cold storage building into a winery.
A pioneer of winemaking. He became the first farmer in western New York to plant French wine grapes in a region dominated at the time by juice grapes. Current winemaker Jeffrey Murphy says the region is perfect for wine.
Combination of, natural irrigation, natural air movement, and the lake provides us with this giant heat sink so our grapes can ripen fully.
In 2010, Frederick Johnson Jr. returned home and became the 3rd generation.
So now we have 13 varieties, and we make over 45 wines from those varieties of grapes.
He and his wife Jennifer now oversee the oldest continuously operating estate winery in New York State. And now the Johnson name collects medals of a different kind.
We consider ourselves stewards. We are the 3rd generation, but we appreciate we won't be here forever. And so we're stewards of this place, trying to make it a little better each day. And I laughingly say being outside here is nature therapy.
So tomorrow is International Day of the Girl, and we're proud to be able to celebrate with Girl Scouts of Western New York, girls across our community, and Stitch Buffalo to do a beautiful collaborative art project that eventually the girls will take home and have a piece of that they'll be able to save and cherish.
It will be a wonderful, positive, colorful fabric filled a lot like graffiti with a lot of positive messages and symbols here. And it's always, the transformation is extremely exciting for me, particularly being a fabric designer.
The symbolism here is absolutely beautiful. It's such a wonderful partnership with Stitch Buffalo. This is an organization dedicated to the well-being of women. We're an organization dedicated to the well-being of girls. And together we focus on entrepreneurship and being able to expose women and girls to any number of different career paths and business opportunities that they're interested in. And so this is an opportunity for them to both reflect on the power that they have and the change that they make in their communities and be able to think about their futures.
There's always something to celebrate in Western New York. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week on News to Celebrate This Week.